Welcome to the Bushido Gang. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's AttackonSamurott, bringing you all a very late drawing video. So, at this time, it is 1 in the morning, daylight saving time. So, hoping y'all are enjoying your 1 hour sleep or whatever. So, uh, I'm doing a drawing video. Uh, it's been like 4 months, I think, 4 or 5 months. Cause the last one I did was in the summer, so I think 5 months now. It was either in June or in July. But anyways, I'm doing a drawing video because I want to, but also I wanted to show off some work I've been doing over these last couple of months. Well, actually, with this one right here, this is actually from like a couple days, but I wanted to do a drawing video using a character for a comic I'm working on. In case you guys don't know, I am a comic book writer. I make comics. I post my stuff on Tapas, which is another platform where there's a whole bunch of like comics up there, and short stories. So I post up there for the meantime. Maybe eventually I may swap out to something else, but for right now, Tapas is free and it doesn't charge anything, so I'm pretty happy with it right now. Um, but but anyways, I wanted to work on a character for my comic, for Ozzie Strider, the track and field comic I mentioned a couple times in my on my channel. Um, Ozzie Strider is a track and field comic that revolves around a character, this 14-year-old boy named Ozzie Strider, who is just starting out at his high school. Um, and he's trying to, like any high school kid trying to figure out what they want to do with their life and trying to understand like who they are and what kind of person they want to be. And this kid joins the track team, and while he joins the track team, he realizes that there's a whole lot um that happens there. You have your school life, and then you have your track life, and then you also have your home life. So there's three different aspects of this character, and I will be exploring all of that within my comic Ozzie Strider. So this is one of the characters from my comic. Her name is Iris Novablanca, and she's a senior on the high school track team. Now, the name of the high school is actually, it's funny. It's a Catholic high school. The name of the school is called St. Martin High School, and she is one of the seniors on the St. Martin's track team. So on the St. Martin's high school track team. So so yeah, for Iris, she is a sprinter. She runs the 200 meter, and she also runs the 400 meter as well. So she's a multi-event athlete, and those are very tough to come by. But also, well, actually, not really. It's becoming more commonplace now on the high school level and on the college level. Um, so I wanted to make a character that kind of represents that, and yeah. So again, she is a 200-meter runner and a 400-meter runner as well. Um, she can do the one if there's no one else to do it. um, but but yeah, mainly she's gonna be doing the two and the four, so just doubling up on those events, which are just really tough to do. Again, like there are very few athletes that can do that consistently. And again, like one of the athletes I think about the most is Gabby Thomas. She is an athlete that can do three events actually, because she can do the one, the three, or the one, the two, and the four. So she's very versatile in that regard. Um, and I mean, there's a bunch of others too that can do this, but yeah, she's gonna be one of those athletes. So yeah. Her name, by the way, is just based off of Iris from Pokemon, Gen 5. black and white. I wanted to use her because well actually she was kind of a base for it, and then I was just like I'm just gonna go full force with it. So yeah, this is so yeah, Iris Novablanca. So her family background, I've been thinking about it for a while, and I've been thinking that I think she should come from from a military background, right? Because when I was designing her, like initially, because actually here's the first design I had of her. Let me just show you guys real quick so you guys can see. This is also like a combination of other things I was working on too, because I had like a whole cover art I was making for the girls team and for the boys team. So let me show you what they look like real quick. So this is what Iris looks like. Just to give you like a better idea of the character. So this is what she looks like here, from a side profile, right? Um, Now honestly, I was thinking about giving her like a high, like kind of like a high top fade a little bit, but I think the more I look at her, the more I think she's probably better without it, and it's probably just better like this. So yeah, I mean you can't really tell that it kind of like goes around her, but yeah, it does. So yeah, she's got braids, and it's all like in a scrunchie and whatever. So yeah, um, again, like I said, the name Iris again comes from Pokemon Black and White, and I just felt like uh, now her personality is not like Iris at all. She's more because Iris in the games and even in the anime is very like playful, but um but when she gets serious, she can get serious, and you can see that when she becomes a champion, in the games and even in the show too at one point. So, um, I want to say that she takes on more of the serious side of Iris. So, this is what she is when she's just fully serious and is committed to what she loves, which is track and field. She loves this stuff. And with her military background, because again, uh, her family, she comes from a background where she has generations of family members who served in the army, served in the Marines, uh, was a Navy SEALsman. Like she comes from a very heavy military background, so it's gonna be an interesting topic to cover with her being in that kind of space in that realm, because there may come a time where she may have to make some difficult decisions, but because of her military background and just her family in general, tough she's very tough on everybody, but that also causes her to be tough on herself too at times. So um she's a tough girl. She's a very tough girl. But a very she's also very she's also very responsible. So she looks out for everybody, being the senior, of course. So she looks out for everyone on the team and just does like a double check in on them just to see how they're doing. But the way how she does it though, it's gonna be kind of funny. She's gonna be kind of like kind of aggressive with it, but not too aggressive, if you get what I'm saying. Um, so yeah, that's who Iris is, Iris Novablanca. Um, but yeah, now when it comes to the seniors in the story, they won't be introduced until like a little later on. That's where I'm planning on, or that's what I have an idea for at the moment. Um, and that's why I'm doing the sketch now because again, for what I know, I could probably change it and just say, you know what, I'm just gonna have them like show up early. But for now, I think I want them to appear a little later because what I'm doing right now is just working on the introductions and just getting like the current team members like situated and everything. Um so again, like she's not the only senior that's gonna be in this group, of course. That's in this pool. There are a bunch of others that I've drawn that will be that will get their time to shine. But I'm only showing you this one in this drawing video because, well, actually, I really like the sketch. I think the sketch came out really well, and I just think it'd be a fun one to work on. So yeah, that's why I'm working on this one. But anyways, how are y'all doing? Hope you guys have had a good Sunday. And also hopefully you guys. Well, actually, by the time you guys are seeing it, I mean, it is Monday morning anyway. But hopefully you guys did have a good weekend and also had a good Monday and are just ready for this week. For me, this week's gonna be very busy for me. I have a lot of work to do IRL, so I won't be really well. No, I'm gonna be busy. I'm definitely gonna be busy. I got a lot to work on this week. Um, so I'm doing this now and ahead of time because I want to, but also because I haven't done a drawing video in a long time for you guys, and I think maybe somebody out there who watches these videos is looking for some inspiration, especially if they're working on like a sports comic. Well, I just want to be that guy that can give you a little inspiration. So yeah, her hair's a little messed up, just slightly. Um, I think it's because I messed up somewhere. Also, I'm drawing it on an angle too, so that's why it looks a little weird. Um, I'm gonna bring this down more. I'm gonna bring these down more, just that way it kind of matches a little closer to there. And then I can bring this down, and then I can bring this down, and then I can just do that, and that looks a little better. Looks slightly better. Yeah, I've been working on this comic for Ozzie Strider for a long time now, and I want to and I think I can honestly say that chapter 1 may come out next year, at the latest. The latest is next year. The earliest would be the end of December. That's where I'm thinking I'm at right. That's where I feel like I'm at right now with this comic. I feel like I've made a lot of progress over these last couple months, and I also feel that it is, and I also think that it is that it's in a good spot right now, which is how much development has gone into it over these last couple years, and how much I've improved on my drawing too. Um so yeah, again, shout outs to watching like a lot of drawing vids, but also looking at different material too. Again, like a lot of like how I've developed with my drawing skills has come from reading a lot of manga, and also again just watching like other mangaka like draw and whatnot. So like usually for me, I tend to watch Murata draw sometimes. Um, and a couple other like YouTubers too that are on their drawing channels, they're drawing, and I just draw along with them sometimes. Um, and then like I just have like I'm influenced a lot by Horikoshi, Kohei Horikoshi, the uh the mangaka for My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia. I really like his art style, and I've been following that art style for a very long time. And now I'm trying to like kind of branch out of it and just try to like make my own thing with it, or make my own thing out of it. But I do apply a lot of his like techniques that he does, especially when it comes to like the facial expressions of characters. And also like how he draws the noses and just overall how he draws hands too. Because again, like the one of the things that makes Horikoshi like the Horikoshi is very famous for, when it comes to his My Hero Academia art, is the hands. The hands are always like one of the focal points that he really like um that he really tends to put a lot of emphasis on. So like the facial structure, and the shading. The shading's very good too. His shading is amazing. Um, again, pretty much like taking inspiration from DC Comics and from Marvel Comics, since he loves that stuff anyway. So he gets his inspiration from that, and I guess I'm getting inspired from him as well when it comes to his art form in general. But yeah, Yeah, I'd probably say that I'm influenced by Horikoshi Sensei, um Akira Toriyama Sensei, and even Pokemon. Like some of my art does is influenced by that art style. So the Ken Sugimori art style kind of folds in here. But I think it's more like the modern style that he's been going for more than it is like the style that he had in the 90s with Gen 2 with the Gen 1 and Gen 2. Cuz again he had the pastel artwork going on there, and and most of the like Pokemon characters, their eyes weren't as, as big or really as expressive compared to how they are now in the more recent games. So yeah, and even the characters too, the actual like human characters in that world. Um, Even with them, their eyes aren't as like, well, no, let me take that back. They are kind of big. So I just wanted to take more of an inspiration from that. Like for example, with Cynthia from the Gen 4 games, like again, like I kind of I like the way how her eyes are done there. I kind of take a little inspiration from that and like some other characters. So I guess I'd probably say like I'm more influenced by the Gen 4 and Gen 3 art from the Pokemon games. So so yeah, and again, going back to Akira Toriyama, it's kind of the same thing too. Because I mean, even with his art style, it's kind of like the same thing anyway. With how his eyes are done, or how he does the eyes, and even like how he adds like these little like lines under the character's eyes. Um, I guess maybe that's more no. Well, yeah, it's Pokemon, but also it's Dragon Ball too. um, but but yeah. You know what? Let me get rid of some stuff. I don't need this anymore. No. And I don't need that anymore. So yeah, again, like I said, I'm still working on the comic and still making my my adjustments and whatnot. I don't need that. All right. Oh, I hope it doesn't. Oh no. Shoot. No. Oh, okay. There we go. And then this one I don't need either. But yeah, I can't really give you an estimate of how many like pages are gonna be in chapter one, but I'm just gonna let you know it's gonna be a lot. Um, it's gonna be a lot. To be honest, I actually didn't want it to be a lot, but from the way how things are going right now, with how I've been working on this comic, it's probably gonna be a good chunk of pages for the first chapter, which might be a good thing. Sometimes the first chapter should have a lot of pages, and a lot of context, just to really lay out the story. So maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's a blessing and a curse. um, but yeah, again, like I've never made a story that's just this full blown. Again, I'm used to making my short stories, so for me to actually like do this and actually make it into a full-fledged comic, it's scary, honestly. It's scary because I know that I know I'm human. I'm human and I'm gonna make mistakes. But I also know um that again those mistakes could cost me. I mean, I'm not making money off this, of course. I'm doing this because I want to and because I love making art and I love track and field. So that's why I do this. Um but yeah. I'm probably gonna spend too much on this side with the hair. So let me just work on up here the rest of her locks. So yeah, every time I draw locks for characters, I always make them kind of loose, but it's still like kind of in a bind. Just to, again, like just show uh just show more of it. Um I'm actually gonna test out something here just to see how that looks. If it doesn't look the way I want it to look, or doesn't come out the way I wanted it to come out, I might end up just going back to it again. But let's see. Um, hmm. Hey, let me color in her eyes. Okay. All right. Let me take care of that. So a lot of athletes, whether they're collegiate, whether they're high school, collegiate, whatever, sometimes they, carry headbands or like sashes, things like that. So for Iris, I actually have her wearing a sash, and it's gonna be on her left arm, or left arm. So it's just tightened around, right around here, right on her bicep. So I just think having like something there's cool, and I think it just kind of like suits her a little more. So I think it actually just makes her stand out a bit. So I like that with her, having that band there. So let's just see how it looks without the drawing on the back. Hmm, not too bad. Still got a long way to go, but not too bad. How much time have I already wasted? It's been 30 minutes. Man, that's short. Uh, but also I've been sitting down on this chair for like the past what? It's been like 3 hours just sitting and drawing. But again, I love this stuff, so I will continue to sit and I will continue to draw. That's not healthy. Um, anyways, so yeah, trying to think of where I want to go with this, because the way I drew that arm originally looked pretty weird. But I'm gonna try to make it work somehow. bicep right there. Or maybe, yeah, actually, I think the bicep should be right there, and then her arm can come around on this end instead. So, it should be this way here. And then her thumb right there. Alright, that looks cool. Looks a little weird, but I think it actually kind of fits now. So, I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it like that. And, and then her hands right there. Okay. Yeah, so the way how she runs open-handed. Now, it doesn't. I don't know if if it really matters like which way you run. Like if you run open-handed or closed-fisted, because or just run with your fists. Like it doesn't really change too much. I guess I mean, I don't know. I don't know if like if holding your fist like closes blood and then that just makes you slower. I don't know. Or if if having your hands open gives you like wind resistance. I'm not sure which one it is, but um I don't think it really matters, right? As long as you're running and doing it in the right form, you know, uh knees parallel to the ground and just one foot after the other. Um I guess as long as it's like that, I mean, there's not much really wrong going on there, but but yeah, anyways, let me continue. So, also she does this is her jersey. So, there you go. I was thinking about giving her like a chain or something, but I think she's fine without that. I think this is already enough. With the sash on her bicep. Yeah, again, like I said, she's very strong. She's a very strong sprinter. me do this as well. Add some of those lines there. It's like I made a scary face. Like, boo. Actually, no, that really does look like a scary face now. But that's the point. That's the point. I'm probably just gonna draw the hand and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep because man, I'm tired. I'm sorry, I really wanna just keep drawing for another like 10 minutes. But honestly, I'm tired, man. Uh I didn't really do a lot it didn't feel like I did a lot today. Like I pretty much just chilled really for most of the day. Um Like the one thing I didn't do that I was supposed to do was read. I didn't read today. I should have been reading. There's a book I need to finish and I'm almost done with it. I got like less than 100 pages left on it and have not finished it yet. I'm so close to finishing that book. There's other books I need to read. I need to get back into reading too, or get into reading. And some comics I need to pick up too. I've been thinking about picking up the Dragon Ball comic, the original Dragon Ball comic, and even picking up another like a couple more sports comics. I really been thinking about Blue Lock, because I really love the art in Blue Lock. It's amazing. It's amazing. Um, and I think it would um be a really good source to use for my comic. And then I also want to continue reading another comic that I was actually going to be not promoting, but that was reviewing at the time. It's a track and field comic called Run on Your New Legs. And again, I covered that a couple years ago. But it didn't seem too popular on my channel, which is sad because I actually really liked reading it and covering it. But yeah, no views were coming for it. So I was just like, you know what? Maybe people don't like this stuff. So I just gave up on it after a couple of attempts. So yeah. I'm debating on if I should move her finger. If I should move her finger. Cause I might move it somewhere else. Um, cause I want to be able to. I mean, I think I can erase all this because I want her thumb to be like the main point because the hand is supposed to be like again the main point. So thinking about how to do that exactly. Hmm. Let's see. Well, hmm. What I might do is this. I'm just gonna make them like circles first, and then I'll figure out what to do after that. It'll probably just be like right here, right here, right here, and then right here. Um, just so I can start figuring out like what this is supposed to be. And then let me do that here. Have her front leg point up, point out actually. gonna look a little better, but for now, I'm pretty happy with this. But again, I can definitely improve on it and make it look slightly better. So, um, 'cause I mean, again, the hand is supposed to be exaggerated. It's supposed to be like this is how I want it to be. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to figure out the end. Bottom. I'll make it like that. There you go. It does look slightly off, but it could definitely be much worse. But I think this is okay. Actually, no. I take that back. It doesn't look that good this way. Just get rid of that. Because again, her starting leg, her push off leg should be the one where the hand rises. It doesn't make sense to have this right down here, which again I'm still kind of kicking myself for with that sketch I did before. But oh yeah. And as I'm done, I'm done. I think I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm really tired. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little drawing video. Again, I'm gonna try my best to do more of these. And also like the thumbnail's probably gonna be an improved version of this anyway. Um, yeah, that's my character, Novablanca, senior for the St. Martin's track and field high school team. So she is my main character's teammate, and again, she's going to be an important part of this story. So just something to look out for when the time comes, which again will be a long time from now because this character will not be introduced for a while. Same with the other seniors, like I mentioned already. They won't be introduced really until like a good portion of the way into the story. Um, but but yeah. Uh, you know what? Maybe I can finish this at least. Hopefully I can finish that. Hopefully. Let me do that. Yeah, I kind of want the highlight to keep going. I think it looks nice on her. It looks really nice on her. So I'm gonna keep the highlight going. Alright, cool. And then this one over here. And then the last couple right here. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Nova Blanca. Or I mean, well, Iris Nova Blanca. So again, I'll probably do more of these drawing videos in the future, but I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And if you guys did, please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you for some more drawing videos in the future. Again, sorry this one looks a little tacky, but I can fix it. So yeah, I'm going to go to sleep. Be safe, wash your hands, and peace out.